Let's make some maps using Mapping Contouring System. First, open MCS Run, select the project that you'd like to work with, and select the XYZ file that you would like to contour. Choose the control ID that you'd like to use. Put in a name that makes sense to you, and select the job type that goes with the job you want to do. Namely, we want to contour the data. Spin up or down to the smoothness. Select your Z information and your XY information. Tell MCS whether your data are relative or absolute. In this case, here are the data. We have an X and a Y, a Z1 and a Z2. The deeper formation was only penetrated at a few places, so we'll have to use stacking to create a good base map. Select your contour interval, and if you wish, select your scale, although you can leave it blank and MCS will find it for you. Decide whether you want blank Z values to augment the data set and make triangles or to be deleted. Select how you'd like your hash string. Select the feathering that you'd like. I suggest that you use no feathering if you're going to export these surfaces to Petra or Geographics. That way you'll have long, straight contour lines. Fill out your title block if you choose, and go to the stacking record. This is very important. We're going to stack 1 and 2. If we said stack 1, 2, we would not stack geologically, and each of those surfaces would be contoured independently. We want to stack 1 and 2 so that we can make a base map that mimics the geology of the top map, and we want to make an isopack. Go to Map Requests and make some structure and some isopack maps. If your data are absolute, you make your map from 0 to 1. If your data are relative, you make your map from 1 to 0. If you have a question, you can press F1 and bring up help screens. This is true of every window on MCS, and you can get some great help by pressing F1 and reading the help file. We've created a control record data set. We've set our options. We've described our stacking. We have some map requests. Let's click on the starter pistol and generate the report. Run the job. The spyglass gives us a report on the job and tells us all the vital statistics of the things we did and the maps that we made. To view those maps, go to View Request and look at the names of the maps you made and decide how many you want to contour. If you want to contour them all, say All. Decide whether you want symbols and datums and IDs, whether you want a title block or not, and click the Preview button. Now you have a contour map of the first surface, and in the Overview window you have a smaller version of that. The zoom box is controlled by the left mouse button as far as position, and it's controlled as far as size by the right mouse button. So if you enlarge the zoom window and say zoom, it will zoom within that window, and either zoom or zoom in will continue to zoom, and zoom out will zoom out, and The previous zoom will show by clicking to the left. The next zoom will show by clicking to the right. This will take us back to the initial view, and this will take us to the last view. If we want, we can go over to the overview screen, move it around, select a size, and view that portion of the map. If you want to show 3 maps on the same panel, you can say give me map number 1 plus 2 plus 3, and now they'll all be displayed on the same screen, and you'll see the perfect 3-point crossings that show the 3-dimensional fidelity of the system. So there you have it. You've taken an XYZ data set, you've contoured it, and you've come up with some contour maps. You're good to go.